If everything around you seems dark, look again. You may be the light. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I couldn't stop thinking about those words as I reflected on this full moon in Aquarius energy. In tarot, Aquarius is represented by the star. And what do we know about stars? You can only see them when it's dark. The darkness doesn't diminish them, the darkness reveals them. I'm giving y'all a little side angle because if I look directly on, oh my God, the glare is crazy. So anyways, maybe that's why so many people feel uncomfortable right now. While other transits that are happening right now may feel like they are revealing our weaknesses, I feel like this one is supposed to help us reveal our light. The star card comes immediately after the most difficult card in the tarot, which is the Tower. The Tower represents collapse, the dismantling of what no longer serves us. That can be relationships, identities, belief structures, but either way, the lesson of the Tower is whatever is not built on a solid foundation will not be able to stand the test of time. You can't make it through the storms with a rocky foundation. So sometimes you have to learn that lesson the hard way, and with that comes the collapse. But after the collapse comes the hope, comes the renewal, it comes the faith, it comes the redirection, it comes the lessons of figuring out where you made those mistakes the first time, so that way you can innovate and do something do something different the second time, because you're definitely gonna do it again. You're gonna rebuild. The star reminds us that after everything falls apart, your light is still there. And they can't fuck with the light. And that's exactly why I find this Aquarius full moon so fascinating. Because while so much attention has been on the Leo energy, the sun in Leo, the south node in Leo, Jupiter in Leo, and then eclipse season as well, tomorrow's full moon reminds us to bring purpose to that visibility. So the Leo end of the spectrum is asking us to be able to identify and express who we are. And the Aquarius end, which is the opposite end of that spectrum, is asking for us to identify where we belong based on who we are. And that encompasses what you love, what you believe, etc. Leo teaches us to shine, while Aquarius reminds us why we shine. Not for applause, not for validation, but to illuminate something bigger than ourselves, to be of service to humanity. That's what Aquarius is, literally the humanitarian of the zodiac. And as we are entering all of this Aquarius energy, is because we have the full moon, but then don't forget we also have the North Node and Pluto in Aquarius, is asking us to be able to make those big transformations. Like, at this point, you know who you are. At this point, the masks are really hard to keep up. With the South Node in Leo, performances are dead. And I feel like even performances to the fact of you feel like you have to perform the duty of being a good wife, or you feel like you have to perform the duty of being a good parent, or you feel like you have to perform the duty of being a good whatever. If it is not authentic to you and is detrimental to you, then this full moon in Aquarius is telling us to get real about who we authentically are, so we can get where we authentically belong. In order for us to do that, you gotta say the weird thing. You gotta be different. You can't be scared to stand out. And with Pluto, the planet of transformation, the planet that literally says change or die, in the sign of Aquarius, and the North Node also being in the sign of Aquarius, and the North Node being the collective aspiration of the energy that we're all going towards right now, is telling us it's time to innovate, it's time to build community, it's time to stop forcing ourselves into spaces that require us to shrink, and it's time to stop performing, and it's time to start getting where the fuck you belong. I'm not gonna lie, it's also a lot of love energy tied up into this full moon. But hell, this video already long and y'all got a short attention span. So hell, if you want to know about that, then go ahead and get on my calendar. Book you an eclipse season mini session, book you a soul blueprint session, or book you a gratitude Sunday donation session if you want to get into all that. But anyways, at the end of the day, right now the medicine is you contributing to the collective who you are authentically, because only you have your particular brand of medicine, and baby, we need it. The collective needs it. I realize that some of the most amazing people that I know are not even on the internet. Like, the things that we see that are projected to us all the time are not real. So just as much as the darkness is projected, we have to start projecting the light. We have to start showing up, you know? And I feel like this full moon in Aquarius energy supports that. So if life has been feeling a little dark lately, just remember, it's always darkest before the dawn. Remember the star card. Because maybe this season isn't trying to break you. Maybe this season is just trying to cultivate enough darkness so you can see the light within your own self.